Hi there, this is Molly, and welcome to part 2 of the third-party situations Q&A as we talk more about some of your questions in regards to soulmates, karmic partners, children, and kindred spirits, and what you can do as these situations play out and as you move through them. Now, either you could be involved in one of these relationships or your twin, maybe. And I gave you a visual in the part 1 video of salt and pepper shakers and how you and your twin are a salt and pepper shaker matching set. And that when you see that salt shaker with the little piggy, or you see the pepper shaker with the cow, or you see them with another, and you just know it's not right. You just know that you're meant to be together. How do you get through that? And it's important to know that there's always work for us to do to keep healing ourselves, that this is your responsibility to continually detach, accept, and let go. And letting go is a really big part of this journey. The letting go and trusting. You trust yourself. You trust source, God, spirit, the creator, whatever you call it. You trust the bigger picture. You trust timing, because we are not in control of this, but we are in control of ourselves, and we are responsible for ourselves. That is where our energy really thrives, is in our own choices. And I hope that these videos are giving you some understanding of what your choices are in this twin flame experience. Now, if you're just joining me, this is video 23, and you may want to make the time to listen to all the videos to understand the connections and what's happening here, and that will help piece it together for you, hopefully bring you some aha moments. I really appreciate your emails that you've sent me, sharing your story, sharing how this series has helped you heal. That is my intention, is the healing of it, and also to move you through the energies faster. Now, I know that the karmic partner energies is the hardest for some of you to deal with. And in the part 1 of this video, which was actually video 22, I talked about how the karmic partner energies vary. And so this is a general reading, and it'll vary depending on your experiences, but I hope that you get something from the video that pertains to you and helps you with the right choices in your life. Now, with the karmic partners, one of you asked, and you asked to remain anonymous, that you know that the karmic energies between the two are meant to end, but it's so hard to watch. What do I need to know about the karmic partner, and is there anything I can do to move it along? So the answer is no, you can't do anything except be in your power, be in your love, send that energy to your twin. The person who asked was a female, so send, and the partner is a masculine. Send him strength, send him love, send him the knowingness to trust himself and to know that he can handle this, and he'll be on the other side. And he'll feel better once he's on the other side, but it's always the darkest parts of the tunnel that are the scariest. And in this person's story, she shared about she was so sad to see what he was losing. And I want to reframe that for you, that if he created something, if he built it up with his own energy and his work and his resources and his time, that is something he can easily recreate, because he built it himself, and he'll do it again. And yeah, he might be losing stuff in this relationship, and in the time it can feel like it matters, that it's valuable, that it's important, but in the long run it's not, because he'll rebuild, he'll recreate, he'll do it again. It's his own energy that built it in the first place. So he's not really losing what is truly his. And I hope you can send him that strength, that confidence. Also, independence is important. The letting go of what was, the letting go of the attachment to the things or to the status or to the expectation. Letting go, detaching from all of that is important. Before I did this video, I sat with your question, and I know how it can feel like there's not justice in this scenario, but there is, and there will be, and that's how it plays out. The other thing is that the karmic partner, you called her, okay, I won't say her name, but you said that this woman is getting a lot from him. And you know, the irony is, like, I was getting the image of a dragon, claws that like hold on tight, that just like claw into something. It's like, it's mine. And it's a really fierce, mean dragon. And the dragon claws are holding on to these gold coins. And I thought, what is this that I'm seeing? And then I saw the image from one of those movies, I think it was The Hobbit, where there's that dragon that's loving the gold. The dragon in the gold that just snuggles in the gold, like just wants to sleep in the money. And that was the energy I was feeling about the karmic partner, is that she just wants the money, and her claws are like, give me the money. I can't get enough. Like, I want this. I want this. And then I got the image of a woman in a big kitchen yelling, just like yelling, and she's mad and she has rage and you can't talk to her. And she's so emotional, and you're like, oh my God, again, dragon, right? Fire breathing dragon. And all of this energy is because she's so scared and she's holding on to the money, and she doesn't want her life to change and her lifestyle to change. She likes her status. She likes her possessions. She likes how people view her. And it's all about the power, but it was never hers in the first place. It was never hers. And so I feel like this dragon is like holding on to the money, the gold coins. And then the funny thing is, though, is because this is all about letting go. If she were to let go of this, I'm hearing riches, of the riches, if she lets go of those gold coins and she lets go, then she'll get even more in the future, because it wasn't her energy to begin with. It's like, if she lets go of the divine masculine and what he's built and moves on, like, I feel like she'll connect with somebody else and she'll then have even more with that person. She'll then have it based in her energy. So it's all about the letting go. And so what you should do is focus on just empowering him and loving him and having confidence in him and knowing that he's strong and he can handle this and he's going to get through it. And it's a big deal, but it's not going to always feel this way, and that he's going to be able to see so much more on the other side if he doesn't already, because he's expanding into all of his energy and who he truly is. So that's what you can do. And that's how you also remain in your love and in your high vibrational energies. And it's important to know that, again, you don't have control over this. You only have control over yourself. And you don't know how things are going to play out. We never do. We never do. And some people will say that it's fated, that the two are always that the twin flames always end up together. It's fated. And that's very romantic, and that would be wonderful. But I don't think you can say that for everyone, simply because of choices and free will, and you don't know. But what you can do is, in this moment, you can know yourself. You can know who you are. You can love yourself. You can love your gifts. Love your talents, love your path, and continue what you need to do for forgiveness, for healing, and for unconditional love. The twin flame journey is a one of unconditional love, and that's why it's not easy, because humans, we all have conditions, right? And we all have conditions on each other, on ourselves, expectations, attachments. So this is removing all that. I have another video series that you might be interested in that's about ego deaths and deconditioning, and that is meant to give more clarity on how to do that and why it's important to do that, because then you're actually understanding who you really are, more of who you are at a soul level, and you're tapping into more of your life purpose. So I recommend those videos. They're in my YouTube channel under the playlist. It's the Truth Always Rises videos. And, okay, another question here. This is from a friend of mine, Christine. If I am married to someone else and I am happy in my marriage, does that mean I am going to get divorced and connect with my twin? Some people are saying that will happen. We have 2 kids together, and I don't know if that's going to happen, but a small part of me doesn't want to give up hope. So, Christine, there are cycles of energies. And there are cycles of energies that are always working with our free will and what we choose. And in the part 1 of this video, I talked about how the bus driver was in the wrong lane and he was committed and he couldn't turn around until he went down that road. And so that's free will. And that's the choices we make. And when we make those choices and we spend certain resources along the way, you spend the gas, and you spend money when you go down that path. And what you have to see is that you continue to pray or focus on what is best for everyone involved. And that lifts the energy up, okay? It lifts the energy up. And this is why your children are important. This is why Christine didn't share much about her twin or what's going on there. But in general, whatever's going on in their world, you connect to that love. And that's where you go. And you know that you have this connection with someone else that's really special and it's to be honored. And how can you honor your life, your choices, where you are, who you are, very important, and know that you have someone else at a deep spiritual level where there's a bigger love and a deeper connection. And that's always there. And so it's like you have a secret, I'm getting the image of a treehouse. It's like the secret treehouse where you both know the code words and you go and you can always connect there. And know that the cycles of energies keep changing, and you're right, we just don't know. So don't stress about it. Don't worry about it. Maintain what's best for you. Honor where you're at right now and your husband and your children and what matters to you in your life, and see this as an asset. This twin flame connection is an asset. They have your back just like you have their back, and you will do what you can for them. And that's just what the connection is when you're at that place, when you've gotten to that place of the higher love, the higher forgiveness, the higher understanding, no matter what choices they've made on the turnpikes of life. You just never know. So take care of yourself, Christine, and remain in who you are, the power of yourself. Continue to heal and do your work around detachment and to send that person the love, and they'll feel it. And you'll feel it when they send it in return. So that's also a cool thing about this connection, is that you will feel it. Nothing can break this connection up. And I know that, especially as parents, you might fear for your children. But the children who come in through twin flames are very wise, and they might even feel the connection too. They might have felt the connection to the other person's twin. And again, it comes back to there's healing for everybody, okay? And it's understanding that we don't always see it, but we can believe it and we can have faith in it. I'm just looking here to make sure there aren't any other main stories, questions. Some of you asked really similar questions, so I just combined them into one answer. And again, going back to the karmic partner, and hopefully that is a person who lets go at some time. Hopefully the divine masculine trusts that that's about letting go. And even for the divine feminine, if the roles are reversed and you're a divine feminine and you're in a karmic partnership, hopefully you can see that too, about what you're learning, and that you're opening up to even more of who you are in the current cycles of energies. I suspect I'll have more videos for you on this topic, especially if you have more questions that come in or something comes up that's big in the collective. These are all general readings. These are all collective readings. And that's, again, to help you get some understanding about what's happening in your world, and hopefully to give you perspective and healing along the way. And if by chance you are looking for more videos, I do recommend checking out the videos where I teach about ego deaths and deconditioning. In the last video, in part 1, I talked about this music video that I think you should watch that might give you hope and that might show you that anything's possible. It's Blake Shelton's I'll Name the Dogs video, and it has a twist in it that you're not expecting, but I hope it makes you smile. I hope it gives you hope, and I hope it gives you the sense that we never know what's going to happen, and that you are so very lucky to have this experience, to have this connection. And I hope that energy, that optimism rises you up so that you can continue to stay in power on your life, in your choices, and to know that there can be good things ahead that we can't see at the time. So thank you for joining me, and I will hopefully see you here on more of my YouTube videos.